Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kay here, and I'm just doing a follow on from what was my last video, which I shared these cards that could be either used as gift cards or indeed pages in albums with a little bit more work doing to them. So what I've gone and done is moved on from that and made just a very small album, or whatever you'd like to call it, using the September J.O.Y. designed by Scrimping Mummy. That's still the Alice in Wonderland, because in the previous video, as I say, I did mention that that design of card could also be loose-leaved in an album. So this is what I've gone on to make. It's rather lovely. It's 5 1/4 by just under 5 1/4 again. The spine is roughly 1 3/4, so it's quite neat and tidy, and there's just enough space in this either to add more pages to by virtue of this binding for the spine, which just allows you to fit pages inside a long used binding system for albums if you don't want to be bothered with hidden spines and that kind of thing. So I have decorated as always, done a little bit of collage work, a little bit of stickles glue work. I've added glossy accents to the Wonderland sign there, and then as we move into the inside we're directly into Alice in Wonderland. And I've lost a button here which I have got put by safe. It must have come off when I was opening and closing for taking pictures and so on, but that just opens. It's a folder closure. I've just then backed items from the kit. There were 3 tags and these lovely little cards that you could indeed add photographs or scribbling to, up to you entirely, but the black frame certainly throws the imagery straight back out there and makes it look absolutely wonderful. And this is a tidy little closure. I've used buttons, as you can see. I've got a little bit of cordage with a little bit of gold running through it, in keeping with the cordage that I used on the spine. And this then is what I did with the smaller version of the gift cards, and what it means is you end up decorating that little bit more. There are pockets on each of the 4 pages, and they run the length of the page, as you can see. A little bit of light collage there, but in the main I've allowed the beautiful design work to speak for itself. That's one of the glories of this kind of imagery. Once it's designed, and Amanda does tend to do a very fulsome page which allows you either to decorate or not decorate. You can just add and pretty up as you feel the need, and I just don't feel this needs a whole lot of extra work, so it's a relatively quick project to make once you've got your cover in place. On the back, a little bit more of collaging. You can scribble on this if you want to, add a photograph, entirely up to you. Just keep it as an Alice in Wonder keepsake. It allows itself for all that kind of thing. Another page here. Same scenario, which makes it very easy to process because you can virtually batch cook your pages once you've done your cover, and it all just slots into place. A little bit more collaging, a little bit more of the glitter just to pretty it up a little bit. I didn't feel the need to add anything major to the pages because I think they are classic Alice in Wonderland images which do allow you to see what the album is supposed to be about, rather than trying to alter it or, you know, change it up too much. The image, all these beautiful designs just don't need a great deal of work. So if you're quite new to crafting, if you just want a nice, lovely, simple little pattern that will take, well, I don't know, I've probably spent a good couple of days on it. Not solidly, but, you know, putting bits together, preparing things, that this is an ideal way to do this. I've used the 8x8 folder, which was free to members of Create with Scrimping Mommy, and actually available on Amanda's Ko-fi site if you are a member. Failing that, you know, it is exclusive, and being a member would cost you a mere £3 a month, and with that comes an abundance of images and papers and inspiration, which I think, you know, is well worth every penny. In fact, I think it's I've said as much to Amanda, but it's silly money, really. I mean, you could spend that on a coffee or whatever. It's silly money for so much pleasure. Another little page here with the wee mousey. Might have to move that. I didn't intend for two moosies together, so to speak. But anyway, that's how it's fallen this time. And another Mad Hatter's Tea Party image there. Another little bit of collage, and all of these little bits are all available in the kit. Amanda misses nothing out at all. And then another of these mail type closures, and there are another two of the little journaling cards or picture cards, entirely up to you. You know, you have these thoughts as you're making it, and another of the 3 tags that were available within the kit. And you may well have noticed as I've gone through this that I have used the tags in another way to put a border image onto the front page of the little pocketed area, and all I've done basically is cut the original tag size down to fit my page, married up the corners to make it a bit more decorative, and it just fits that purpose beautifully well. So all in all, I'm really pleased with how it's come about and how it's all settled in together. This is the back page, little metal corners on the corners of the front cover and back cover, and that is purely to add a little bit more stability. It's a renowned area for wear and tear, so it helps with that. I've got extra security on the folds here of the album, which you can't see because it's all under the paper, but it is being aware of where these danger areas are if it's anticipated that, you know, the album's going to be open and closed quite regularly. I hope you've enjoyed this little walkthrough. Very simplistic, but again, I like to use the papers as they are designed. If your choice is to add a whole lot more detail and so on, then I've got a few bits and pieces here still left over, and it's cutouts and it's pages and it's, oh my goodness me, I've still got loads of stuff here. So I don't know if I will continue with a bit more, Alice, or whether I'm done. I'll see what the next, you know, week or so lends itself to my imagination and go from there, I think. But there is lots of inspiration available on this kit, and I will leave links below this video so that you can look into whether you would be interested in becoming a member of Create with Scrimping Mommy, to get your little hands on an absolute ton of beautifully created digital papers. So thank you for joining me today. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye bye for now.